Hello, day 17 on the 25 days of Thanksgiving. We're going to put another one out there that, well, I'm thankful for software updates. How's that one? Freckles the other day, some people enjoyed that one. But I'm thankful for software updates. What do we mean by that? Literally software updates? Not really. But think of that when you think of what I'm about to share with you. The best right now that man can produce. The best product that we can put out there that man has invented in the last century has been the mobile phones, the technologies, the tablets, and everything. In fact, the premier being Apple. Now, I am not an Apple fan. I do not have an Apple phone. I could tell you 1,000 reasons why I just prefer not having an Apple phone. But even with that beautiful Apple phone, that beautiful Apple iPad, tablet, or whatever, you still get what? Software updates. What is a software update? Well, a software update is something to fix a vulnerability, a problem with your system. The best that we can put out there in technology still has problems. We do not make perfect systems. We don't make perfect cell phones, perfect tablets, perfect iPads, perfect computers. We don't make perfect cars. We don't have perfect bicycles. We simply don't make things perfect because we are imperfect. I'm thankful for software updates is a reminder that we're not perfect. Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God." At our basic foundation, we are people who have sinned, all of us, and we're not perfect. Nothing in us is perfect. Another verse there is 3:10, "As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one." In all of the best people you could put on a list, if you took and wrote, I don't know what you would consider to be good, maybe you like actors or athletes and you think they're great, they're phenomenal. Maybe you like a particular president, you just think they are fantastic, they're perfect. Maybe you think that your spouse is perfect, and your spouse may be perfect to you. Maybe you think of a king or a queen or someone that's done something really great in their life. Some denominations actually Christianize or create saints out of people who've done wonderful things. But you pick the very best person you could think of right now, whoever that is that comes to mind. The Bible says, as it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. Not even that individual. In all their grandeur, whoever it is, a loved one, or a president, or a king, or a saint, or anything else, no one is righteous, not on their own. There's only one that is righteous, and that is Christ. And through him, we can be counted as righteous. Okay? Here's another verse, Ephesians 4:32. "And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you." It gets a little bit easier to be tender-hearted towards one another and to be forgiving of one another when we realize and we admit that we ourselves are not righteous. We ourselves are not perfect. And if we're not perfect, how can I expect to hold somebody else to a higher standard? How can I expect someone else to be perfect when I'm not perfect? So, "And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted." Be humble, will you? Forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. But first, I think you need to realize that you're not righteous. You're not perfect. I got a call from my dad the other day, my earthly dad. he said he's been watching a couple of my videos. And he might laugh at this if he watches it, but he says, son, you don't look good. And I know what he's saying, man. I look tired. I've been burning the candle at both ends and everything. He says, man, your hair's all over the place and you look crooked. In fact, I look in the mirror and I see my ears crooked now. I didn't used to be that way. I think my face is even crooked. Didn't used to be that way. I've got more freckles and brown spots on one side of my face than I do the other. I've got scars on one side that I don't have on the other. I've got a little bit of a receding hairline, you might say. And yes, some of it turning gray. I'm not perfect. So if I'm not perfect, why should I expect other people to be perfect? Why should I put expectations so high on other people when I am not perfect? So the thought for today and the Thanksgiving for today on day 17 of the 25 days of Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for software updates. Why am I thankful for software updates? They're a reminder that the best mankind can put out there is still flawed and requires updates, that being software. That being, the best product you can imagine. For you, it might be an Apple phone. It could be an Android. It could be anything. Still requires updates because the best we can put out there is flawed. And it's flawed because we're flawed. So I'm thankful for software updates, a reminder that I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. And I think this Ephesians 4:32 is really the best place to end. And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you. And the best way to get in a place in your heart, tender-hearted in your heart, that you can forgive other people, and is not to be placing them in such a high level of esteem or expectation, but to realize people are flawed. They're not perfect, no more than you are. Software updates. I'm thankful for software updates. Day 17 of the 25 days of Thanksgiving, a reminder simply that we're not perfect and others are not perfect, and that we should just love one another and be forgiving. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.